just the way it is here. I'm sure you guys are probably freezing where you are. I feel freezing, but technically I'm not. So yesterday I went to the flea market and a few other places. I went down to, that says Goodwill. I was looking at the receipt I just grabbed out of here. I was like, no, that's not the receipt I was looking for. I don't think he may give me a receipt. But anyway, I went to get my comic books. I got a subscription at Player's Choice for the, what is it called? Fantastic Four. And I know Mark hates this word, so it's not the reproductions, but they're called facsimiles. Now, none of these are that. This is actually something from the flea market. Those are still in the car. I'm like, I really want to get to these first, even though I got like 3 sets of the dollar comics, which 3 sets means 3 times 12, because they're also 12 for $10 if you get them. This was at Stevens Games at North Myrtle Beach. So that's some stuff I got there. I also want to open one of these. Also, I found one of these today. Now, I have been looking for something for my cars, and I'll do this on Wheels Wednesday. And I was like, man, these come with their own plastic cases. I was like, well, I want to try one of these out because for $6.99, I can get those little pullback, bigger rubber tire eraser ones, whatever you want to call them, not eraser ones. But look at the amount of detail on this. I'm thinking I want to try at least one of these. So I got this for Wheels Wednesday, and of course another one for Wheels Wednesday, super thing. Oh, and for Transformers Tuesday, look at this. They are out, and I thought Sentinel Prime was supposed to come out like last year, but he didn't, and we're finally just, I never found it, let me put it that way. Y'all may have found it, but I am just now finding it. So those are some of the things I found today. I didn't get very much today because I hit way too much money yesterday. Yesterday seems like my money went away. All right, so first off, I want to find out what this thing is because I'm addicted now. Every time I go to the Dollar Tree, and I keep forgetting to take my little thing in my pocket so I can feel it and go, what is this one? What is this one? All right, so I can't remember what I thought maybe this is, but I need to take this with me so I can, while I'm filling the package, go, well, this could be Bambi, or this could be Lucifer. Isn't that special? It could be one of these. I have no idea, but when I was opening up, I did see some yellow. It's probably that stupid snowman. No, it's a unicorn. I think this is from that Toy Story 3, 4, 5. Toy Stories 1 and 2 were the best. After that, I'm like, meh. Buttercup. Bouton d'Or. So it is from Toy Story. I don't know which Toy Story. I don't remember him in 1 and 2. And 1 and 2 are the best. Didn't Disney got a hold of it? So, yeah. Buttercup. Okay, so I was like, wondering what the heck is this? Like, I felt like it had 3 horns or something on its head. So I was thinking, maybe it's the alien. That's all I can think, is I didn't have a little piece of paper in front of me. And I better put that in my pocket. But you know what? I'm wearing the pants that I wear outside when I go somewhere. Yes, I am wearing pants. So in case you're like, oh my gosh, how can you be on the video? All right, so I'm going to put that in my pocket. So next time when I'm up there, which is every other day, it seems like, I just love Dollar Tree. It's just like right there. I mean, it's like I could walk to it if I wasn't old, fat, and lazy. Now these are pretty nice. For $2, we got a loose Hot Wheels car. We got metal on the bottom, and I think it looks like metal on top. So see, it looks like there's paint on it, and they don't paint the plastic like that, not solid colors. So that part like there looks like metal too. And this is from, I can't believe it. That's 1976. In that good a condition for $2? Heck yes. I am pretty darn sure I had this one when I was a kid. I had this one, and I remember the colors on the side and everything. And I also had a black one with a gold Firebird that was totally different from this. And look at this. This is metal on the top and metal on the bottom. This is back when they used to make cars out of metal on metal. Now the metal on metal cars are $4 I mean, it's ridiculous. This is Matchbox super fast. 1979. Man, you just... I'd rather buy these for $2 than a package one for $1.18. These are fantastic. I mean, if you want to get some, I shouldn't tell you where to get them because there's a lot of people going on spring break and they're probably going to Stevens right now. So Wednesday through Sunday, Stevens is open. It's inside the flea market, the indoor flea market called Everything Under the Sun. Sorry, I just ate and I'm starting to realize maybe I was like, what did I eat that's making me... I'm allergic to cheese, and I just had some of those pizza things, pizza rolls, and they do have cheese on them. So now this is a Hot Wheels for McDonald's. I bet you it feels it's plastic on plastic. I don't know what the heck that is, but I only paid 50 cents for this because he also has like loose ones like this. These are all 50-cent cars, which I'm still like, oh my gosh, 50 cents for those. But I like their Happy Meal toys. Yep, say made for McDonald's 2015 because I was like, I didn't have this one, but I know what a McDonald's Happy Meal toy feels like. And I think this is like when they started making them oversized, it feels like. I know in one year they made them way too big. I was like, those are too big. Look at these wheels. I wonder what that was meant to be for because these wheels are not normal. It's like it was made for something, like maybe that little slot right there, you had to push it back and it locked on the bottom and you pushed a button and it shot it off. I don't know. I need to find out. All right. That's pretty cool. Now here's another, like I was just showing you this one. It's very similar. Very, very similar. This one is also definitely metal up here. You can tell by the chipping of the paint and metal on the bottom. So it's metal on metal with minimal plastic. Black wheels. Oh my gosh. The wheels have that spring-loaded action to them that they just don't make them on these modern cars. You know, I love Hot Wheels, but it's like what we're getting now is garbage compared to what we used to get. Some things get better. Like over years, a lot of the toys, like action figures and fashion figures, have gotten a lot better. For the amount of money you pay, although you could say, well, back then the dollar was worth what $5 is worth now. So maybe, you know, maybe I'm just apples and oranges what I'm comparing here. So this is a 35 Classic Caddy, which I do have a more modern version of, and I can tell you it's definitely not this much metal. Well, I just got one too. It was one with the Jamaican thing on it, but it probably got revised. This was from 1981. That's nice. All right, and then this car caught my eye. So plastic on the bottom, clearly plastic. That's like metal on the top. So this is way more modern. 2015, yeah, this is way more modern. Those wheels, it looks like bicycle wheels with an open air in the middle. But this is a Ford GTM LM. All right, but not bad for 50 cents. Oh, and then this was 50 cents, and I was like, I don't know what the heck this is. It comes apart like a puzzle. See, like you put the puzzle together. So I'm like, what? I've got to do some research on this. I have never seen this. Look, when you turn this, it turns the wheels. So it makes me wonder if it's like, and that looks like a piece of paper might have went in it. Maybe. Ooh, I have a theory. I wonder if you put a piece of paper in there that was already like what is it called? Curved. So when you blow it, like, you know, those little pinwheels, it makes the car go maybe because it would, and it would, I don't know. I'm just making a hypothesis here because what's the purpose of that? And then why does it come apart like a puzzle piece? You're supposed to add or mix and match? I really don't know. There's no, well, there's a little K there, which could be kit core. VV308. Other than that, I have no idea, but it's very fascinating. 50 cents. I was like, sure. Now I know what you're here for. Let's go look at the amazing comic books. Now, not that many in here, but I did go to 3 different places to get comic books. My hands are really dry and cold. So I went to this place. I went to the place where Super Deals and got a few. I got 19. Okay, anyway, I got about like, I think I got 19 comics there. Or, yeah, I think so. I think that's what he said. Yes, and then I went to, like I said, the Player's Choice. So I went to 3 different places, and here we go. We got for $3. Now remember, these are 20% off of the price that's marked. So $3 times 20 cents is 60 cents. So this was $2.40 for that prismatic look. Look at that. It looks like it's moving. Number 50 of Quasar. I've heard Quasar's good. I really have got to get into it and read it. All right. Now, this is something I used to think was hilarious back in the day. I have not ever read number 14, but I've read a few. Big Bang Comics. They were so much fun. They're like trying to, how do I say it? You ever seen the Orville TV show? Orville is very much like Star Trek, but funny. Crude humor, but funny. That's what this is kind of like. It's like it's trying to be like Justice Society of America or All-Star. It's trying to be like the 40s. This looks like it may have moved up a little bit. Like that looks a little bit more like Kirby's 1960s stuff. But from what I read, that looks a lot more like Kirby's 1960s stuff. So this may be like trying to make more like 60s Marvel stuff is what I'm wondering. But originally, the Big Bang comics that I read were definitely trying to be the 40s, but kind of funny at the same time. Like, it's hard to explain. But you probably understand. Like, like I don't know, the Mad People. Oh, it's black and white. That's weird. It wasn't black and white, the original ones I read. So I'm trying to figure out, like, what era are we in here? The little monkey makes me think it may be older. I don't know. That Superman looking right there, that looks very 40s. Oh my gosh, definitely 40s. Look at that. So maybe it starts off in the 40s and then because that art right there is definitely different from just a few pages. Like this looks more like, I don't know. I'm making a lot of hypotheses here that may not be true. But hopefully I'll enjoy this a lot because I know I enjoyed the original, the ones that I had back in the day. All right. So that one was, again, $2.40. I think you put them in order, like, and I stuck a few on the back. Titan AE. I really like that movie. I had no idea they made a comic, and this is a prequel to the hottest animated sci-fi film of the year. Okay, maybe I don't know. I enjoyed it personally. I have the action figures. I think it's great. But Titan AE only got number 1 of 3, so I need numbers 2 and 3 if anybody's got them. I had no idea it even existed. That's what I love about going to these places like the flea market. You find comics you've never heard of. And that's what I'm excited about this, because there's a comics in here I've never heard of, but they look interesting. This one I've heard of. I know I got the idea for what the theme is. This next one, though, oh my gosh. For $1, actually technically for 80 cents, Pirates versus Ninjas. And I got 2 of them. I got 1A from July of 2007, and then number 7 from January of 2008. I'm assuming those little numbers and letters are. Pirates versus Ninjas, 2 themes that I love. This is like, oh my gosh, Pirates versus actually Ninjas 2. It's just the price sticker goes over it. Cool looking pirate. Look at that. Instead of a hook, he's got a trident. The skulls on his, oh my gosh, this is a very cool looking BA. He's got a pipe in his mouth, which is kind of weird. That scabbard right there, man, this is just really awesome looking. And just the concept, pirates versus ninjas. There used to be zombies versus cheerleaders and stupid weird movies like that were hilarious. I don't know if that's what they were going for, because that's about the same time. I think, I want to say vampires versus, or no, zombies versus cheerleaders, I think was a stupid film that I watched one time. I was like, this is ridiculous. But it's funny, but it's ridiculous. Pirates versus Ninjas 2, and look at the cover of this one. If it's the first one, 1A, up the ante. So is up the ante like the subtitle, kind of like Micronauts New Voyages? Whenever they did it could call it Micronauts 2 New Voyages they wanted to. All right, we got a ninja skull, some bunch of gold. We got a guy with a slingshot, a guy with a dagger, a 2-gun guy. Got this really cool looking, almost like a Viking looking dude, and a woman who's about to explode out of her shirt. I'm sure Bub, and then Bub's going to appear any second here and go, yes, that's a Bub comic. So Bub, if you happen to catch this video, there you go. I didn't even notice that, because I just noticed Pirates versus Ninjas. Like, oh, I've got to read this. Pirates versus Ninjas sounds hilarious. And this one, I think this cover, even though it's more simple, I think that is just amazing. I like this cover better, but this is number 1. That's the only 2 I can find of those. I went through as carefully as I could. And then, when I was leaving, I was like, I'm going to grab this one because it's a number 1, November 2007, Blue Water Comics. Now, they've done some movie-based comics. I'm trying to think of what that one is. It's not Stargate, but it's something like that. Underwater. Oh, it was Independence Day. They did like a comic book based on that. So Jason and the Argonauts, The Blank of Tides. I had no idea. I don't know if it's based on a movie or a TV series, but usually that's what it seems like I've seen Blue Water Comics do. And it's $1, which is 80 cents technically. It's Harry Hasson signature series. Don't know. I mean, I know the premise of the original Jason and the Argonauts, obviously. We read that in high school. We did a lot of mythology back then because it talks stories. Anybody else ever remember whenever you first read Persephone and you thought it was Persephone? And the teacher's like, no, it's Persephone, because she would assign it to read, and the next day, it's like, great, I've been reading it all night, saying Persephone, Persephone in my head while I was reading it. Now I got to get used to Persephone. This was another comic. I found this one, and then later on found this one, and I was like, oh, if I keep going, maybe I'll find numbers 2 and 1. Sadly, I did not. So for 20 cents off of 20 cents, so this was $1.60 for this one and the next one. That cover caught my eye because giant robot in the background, kind of an enemy-looking dude, but the giant robot, and it's Mech Destroyer. Robert Chong, J. Kim, Image Comics, September, and it's number 4. I don't know what year though. I haven't put these on my CLZ app yet. If that's what you're thinking. This cover would not have caught my eye. Maybe the title would have, but now that I know that it exists, I'm like, now I got to find numbers 2 and 1. I didn't find them there, and that's one of the reasons I was going through it. And then I started grabbing these, the Ninja versus Pirates. I was like, okay, well, maybe they'll show up one day. Like, you know, he kind of brings in new stuff every now and then. So maybe there's still some at his house or something, or maybe he's one of these people who reads it and then sells it. I don't know. I've only talked to him a little bit. He's a little more quiet on the quiet side. He's a good guy, though, you know. But I always try to engage everybody in conversation. I don't know if they feel like he's just trying to engage me in a conversation, so I'll go down on the prices. No, I just like to talk about things, you know, to people. Although there was a guy yesterday at one of the places that wanted to talk to me out of the blue, and I was so focused, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I was like so hyper-focused on trying to find out if I have this one, because the JLE and the JLI and the JLA and all those, you got to really pay attention or you'll get the wrong ones. Anyway, so I was talking to some dude that lived in Surf City or Surfside. I can't remember what he said. He, his wife, and his baby were there, and he was talking about comics he used to read back in the 90s. And I was suggesting a few to him. That was not there, though. All right, and then the last two are called Ninja Boy. Yeah, I was about to say, is that Ninja Boy? Okay, yeah, Ninja Boy. I think I saw this one first, and I was like, this looks awfully familiar. I feel like I've had this back in the past. It's by Wildstorm. Looks like it was after Wildstorm kind of was folded back into DC, so after 2000, I'm guessing it looks... I'm trying to find a year on here. It just says November. But with scan bars like that, it makes me wonder if it was like after the year 2000. I don't see a year on here, but Ninja Boy number 2 and Ninja Boy number 1. I don't know if there's a number 3, 4, 5 or anything, because you know how that happens. I mean, they'll start off a comic and they'll never finish it. Seems like with Wildstorm and mostly Image. I remember back in the 90s, you never knew when the next comic was coming out. It's like they were always behind on getting their comics out, and that's one of the reasons Image could have really got the market, but I feel like they just kept dropping the ball on things. Oh, that armor looks cool. So it's 2001. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Monkey Bone? I've never seen that. I was like, that's Brandon Fraser, but I've never seen Monkey Bone. Look how glossy these pages are. Yeah, this was about the time I was like, no, I'm done. I hate glossy pages. I mean, it's always got a glare when you're trying to read it. Wow, look at that guy. So we got Ninja Boy. So, yeah, it kind of reminded me of Naruto. And this was back... he probably was, you know, fueling it from things like Naruto and stuff that weren't popular in America quite yet. I don't think Naruto came to America. I don't know. I remember when Gundam Wing Fang, you know, got the people's attention for Gundam. And it made it a lot easier to get a hold of Gundam model kits that I couldn't get a hold of before. But it was just Gundam Wing. It was just Gundam Wing. So, there's 2 of the other comics. So, yeah, I'm just interested in finding out if anybody has any information on these, especially like Mech Destroyer. Can I open this one up? Because I definitely want to see the art inside of this. And I know you're excited about it, too. I just want to open this one because it's got the big giant robot. Oh, he's like fighting a kaiju-looking robot. Glossy paper. It's like the glossy paper that makes it hard to read. That looks pretty cool. So is it like Robot Fighter, like he's trying to fight these guys, or is it like he is actually piloting? Aerosmith. Trying trying to get it just, that's another thing. This comic has never been opened, evidently. It is way too tight. The End, question mark. So I guess it's a 4-issue series. So I just need to get numbers 1 and 2 of that. And check it out. I don't know about you, but sometimes I like to just find things that are interesting. And he's got some very interesting, like I've heard of this, like CCC, Cheap Comic Collector, had a few of these Knights of the Round Table or something, and it was like a parody of Knights of the Round Table and Knights of the Dinner Table. That was it. And people snatched them up right away in the claim sale. I was like, well, I've seen those before, and evidently I may have misunderstood that they were not. They were just, I don't know. I didn't think they looked that good, but evidently they're popular. So, yeah, these are some pretty interesting comics in my opinion, of course, because I picked them up. All right, which one do you like the best? Comment below. Have a great day.